when the sun produces the heat that gets to the earth, and there's space in between. What's in space?
Planets.
Planets.
And stars. Nothing.
Stars. Stuff.
Matter.
Matter.
Nothing. And on planets.
Ah, Rob said it. Space is 99.9999999999999% nothing. Lots and lots of nothing. Yet the heat can go through nothing and get to us. Thank goodness for that. We like it that heat can go through nothing and get to us. And when heat goes through nothing, they made a name for it. They called it radiation. That's
Radiation.
radiation comes through nothing to get towards us. In this case, the heat is going from the hot part of the bar towards the cold part of the bar, inside the metal. If heat's moving inside of a solid, they call that conduction. It's harder to do conduction in liquids. If you have, let's just put it up here. If you have a cup sitting over the fire, the heat can conduct through the glass into the liquid. But as soon as it gets into the liquid, something weird happens. The liquid doesn't stay there. It says, hey, it's hot here. I'm leaving. Bye. And it gets less dense and floats to the top and goes, and cools off. And when it gets cool, it gets heavier and goes back to the bottom and goes, no, 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 no. It's all the way to the bottom. It gets hot again. It says, I'm out of here. Back to the top it goes. And they have a name for that. As the stuff moves around, they call that convection. And even Mr. Fritz said, I got just the thing for you. You're going to get some helpers, and you're going to make gifts, and you're going to give them to all the children in the world. And then you'll be famous, and everybody will love you. And Santa Claus says, oh, great idea. I love this idea. So even Mr. Fritz called the Acme store of everything and ordered a whole bunch of elves. And they made gifts and gave them to all the children in the world. And Santa Claus became famous. And even Mr. Fritz said, oh, my plan is working. And the minions who were hanging around inside the vacuum cleaner bag said, hey, boss, you're supposed to be evil. This is terrible. You're making the kids happy. We don't like this.
Yeah.
And even Mr. Fred said, don't worry, we'll get it. Just be patient. Good evil takes time. For our experiment, we need something that's really cold, and then we want to test ways to keep the cold from getting through to our finger. Yeah. Dry ice is 109 degrees below zero.
Oh, I touch it.
Whatever you do, don't put your hand on the dry ice or your hand will explode.
For longer than a second.
Oh, darn, it didn't explode. It didn't even get stuck. Dry ice is made out of pure carbon dioxide.
Cold.
And it changes from a solid directly into a gas. It never gets any liquid. That's why they say it's dry ice. Doesn't drip.
Oh man, this is dangerous. Whoa.
We'll put it on a paper plate, and there'll be one sitting by you. We're going to test various things on there to see how long it takes the coldness from that dry ice to get through whatever it is to our finger. So if I put a hammer on there, I can put my finger on the hammer and see how long it takes for my finger to get cold. Well, it's going to take a while. So our samples are a lot smaller than a hammer. First sample is copper. It's a pure copper metal.
Cool.
When I say go, you're going to put it on the dry ice
And put your finger
and
up.
put your finger gently on top and sit there and go dum-dee-dum-dee-dum-dee-dum. Eventually your finger will get cold and you go, oh, it's cold. And then you'll take it off and set
And
the
if you
cube on
get
the plate.
frostbite,
We just want to get some idea of how long it takes for the coldness to get through copper.
extra
And we're
points
gonna
if you get a
Try all these
frostbite.
various things.
Extra points if you get
We'll be trying a sample of steel. Bicycles are made out of steel.
Cool.
We'll be trying a sample of wood, a sample of magnesium.
Whoa.
Rockets and race cars and jet aircraft are made out of magnesium.
Cool.
When you get the copper cube, do not put it on the dry ice.
What?
When you get the copper cube, do not put it on the dry ice.
Don't do it.
Hold it in your hands and blow on it until it's warm. And then when I say ready, get set, go. Then everybody will put theirs on the dry ice all at the same time. Okay.
Use your other hand.
I hope my cells went down.
Okay, ready?
No!
Get set.
Wait, let me get my shirt.
Your hands are warmer than your shirt is. Go.
Oh!
I know. It's stinging. Oh, it's getting cold. It's getting cold. It's getting not. I'm getting it.
Should be getting a lot cold. Okay, take them off.
Man, that was weird.
Next one is soda cans. What are they made out of? Aluminum.
Actually worth recycling.
Okay, ready? Get set, go.
I stayed up longer than you.
Okay, take them off.